Awesome. There you had Dr. Charles Brunner, Professor of Music and founder and owner of Charles Brunner Productions, Charles Brunner Music School. Just to give you some background information, Dr. Charles Brunner, he is hosting a two-day concert on July 14th and 15th. And he is Hungarian, and he has been living here in Trinidad and Tobago for several years. And guess what? He is a world-renowned pianist and holder of many Guinness World Record titles. And we're very, very happy to have him with us here on CTV this morning. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you. Yes.
Same here.
We're very excited to get into this actual two-day concert and chat a little bit about it. But before we get there, how long have you been in the music industry?
I just turned 61, so I started when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
And I went through all the years of school.
Yes.
I have 3 master degrees and a PhD in all in music.
Wow.
And since Hungary then was a communist country, it costed nothing for my parents or me those years, which was a really, really good thing.
Yeah.
Among the many other bad things happened.
Oh.
And then, well, I moved around the world quite a bit. I've been to 169 countries, actually. First as playing concerts, and then I joined the cruise line industry. And I had the pleasure to be a musical director for Royal Caribbean.
My favorite cruise line.
And I was also a headliner. I had my piano show, which we just seen a little part of it. And then 13 years ago, actually, I came to Trinidad. And first just to visit. And then I did a little tryout teaching. And I found so amazing the talent was laying out here that I got stuck. And I never left the 13 years, and I'm running this private music school with almost 300 students and with 7 local assistant teachers, and it goes really well. We are very successful with the exams, we are very successful at music festivals, and a lot of talented students. Some of my very first students actually are already teachers in some other countries, teaching music on high school level and such. It's a very exciting work, and I don't think I can ever leave.
Well, we have a lot to talk about. 169 countries, you said?
Yes.
How has that impacted your life, the exposure to so many different cultures?
Extremely, extremely. And being on a cruise ship for most of the time, I was so fortunate to have all that free time to go out and explore that. You name a country and I've been there, and I was trying always to explore how their music education, how their culture is, how the tourism, how all that among the famous places you all have to see. I don't even know where to start, from Singapore to India to Africa and South America, all the countries is just amazing opportunity, and I was so lucky to do that for over 20 years of my life.
That's amazing. What are some of your most memorable achievements as a musician?
Well, I was the second youngest person ever in my country, in Hungary, who got a master degree as a concert pianist at age 17.
A master's degree at age 17?
Yes. I started a very early prodigy program at the Liszt University at age 11. Among most of them were older. There was only one who was younger, and that was a great program. It started 14 years, and at the end I ended up with 3 master degrees. The first one was a concert pianist, the second was a piano teacher, the third one was a conductor. And when I finished that all, I went back for another 3 years to get the PhD in teaching.
All right, that's a very interesting topic you raised. Now, Dr. Brunner, there are many among us, a lot of young people, and they want to get into the music industry, but they're thinking they don't need an education to do so. What is your advice?
We were just talking about it yesterday at my music school with my assistant teachers, that musician here, especially classical musician, is not a job here, is not a profession. People think that they can make a career in it, and they don't really understand the effort they have to make for it, all the long years of practice and such. But there are some examples from this country too who made that. Unfortunately, this young generation, they don't even know those names, even if they are local people like Janine de Beek or Heather Hadley or such. This new generation don't know too much about them. We try to introduce music at a very early age. We take as young as 4 or 5 years old children, and we teach them in group. We teach the so-called Kodály method, which coming from my country, but is taught all over the world, and try to get them in first as just singing, clapping and such, and then later, when we know the real ability, then we suggest the parents what instrument they should learn, what ability they have to go on with. Some of them will be part of my concert on July 14th and 15th and Central Bank Auditorium, and I also have 7 great local artists, guest artists. Most of them are singers who will be my guests, and we work together for years now, so it's a great opportunity to feature them.
Magic Fingers Strike Again. Why that name, Magic Fingers?
Well, the last concert I had 11 years ago, when I turned 50. We were planning this one last year when I turned 60, but some unfortunate health issues in my life that changed that. We had to postpone it. But that was very successful. That was 2 nights at Queen's Hall, and it was a sold-out audience, and then President George Maxwell was one of the sponsors, and Wendy Fitzwilliams was one of them, and it was very, very successful. That was right after one of my Guinness World Records I set in this country. Then later on, somebody from Poland broke my world record, so I had to regain it. So I had to actually set the world record 2 more times here in Trinidad. And, and I did that under Trinidad, so I didn't insist that I'm Hungarian because I felt that this is my home.
Yes, and we're happy to hear that. We're so happy to have you. Also, some more information, ticket information for this particular concert.
People have to look for the flyer. There will be some advertisement in the newspaper too. They can find us on Facebook under Charles Brunner Music School, or just simply under my name. There is a flyer posted as an event, as a flyer. There is a phone number. People can call for tickets. We will give all the information. We reserve the tickets. All the seats are reserved. We also provide some delivery. If people leave some places, they can't come to Walsen to pick up the tickets.
And it takes place July 14th and 15th. Where exactly?
Is in Central Bank Auditorium. And I know that is the same 2 days when the World Cup ends, and the semi-final and the final are on those days, but those games are in the morning, and I will be watching them too, because I'm a big football fan, but the concert is in the evening, so it's no clashing with the football.
Good to know. Well planned, well thought out. Your closing comments. What would you like to say to those looking on? What are they in for?
Well, I like to say thank you for all the media people who help to promote this concert. I think it's important that people should come and see it, because so many local people. I will have a 12-piece local orchestra backing me up, and singers as well, and we will feature some of our students. I think music has a big part of Trinidad's life, and I am very happy to be part of it and support it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brunner. Indeed, a pleasure having you on our show this morning. Dr. Charles Brunner, Professor of Music, founder and owner of Charles Brunner Productions and Charles Brunner Music School. While we take a short break, a whole lot more when we return. Stay tuned.